Hey, is my framing right for this? You never tell. Welcome to week 6. Alright guys, so welcome back to week 6 of my marathon training. I had just completed my couch to 5K plan via runner, and I did my 5K practice run this past Saturday, and let me tell you, it kicked my ass. So one of the things that I really wanted to make sure is I want to just get off to a strong start. That's why I did a 6-week plan, because after 6 weeks, I'm going to start a 10K plan and then go on from there. And I just did a practice run, again, just running around near my trail here. I did a 5K, just going back and forth pretty much. I do have an actual 5K that I'll be doing in, I think it's in the middle of November. And that'll be like my first official race that I do and, get a medal and all that kind of stuff. But this was my first one that I had done in a very long time. And I tried to cheat it. Let me explain. I tried to cheat it. I just know that that's not the smart move, for me at least, because I know what this will lead to. What I mean by that is, Runna wanted me to run this plan between the pace of 9:20 and 11:20. As soon as I started running, I was like, there's no shot I'm going to be running at this pace, because I'm around the 14-minute mark right now per mile with zone 2, which is much better, because when I started it was around 15 minutes. I'm already, brought down by one minute. But the fastest I've ever run consistently is around 11 minutes. And that's for like maybe half a mile distance. So trying to do a 3K at 11 minutes was definitely going to be very tough for me. And so as soon as I started, the Runna guide, whatever it's called, just continues like, speed up. I'm like, yeah, I'm not, if I speed up, I will pass out. So I just kind of did my own thing at that point. The way I tried to cheat it was I was trying to get the best time that I could. And so what I mean by that is I would pause my workout every time I took a break. So I would take I would run for, I did a good job. I ran about 1.25 miles straight, and I felt good. And I took a break because I could feel like I was getting tired. So I paused my workout, walked for like maybe 15 seconds, and then started up again, and then did that, maybe 3 or 4 more times. At the end, it said my pace, my overall run was around 37 minutes and 26 seconds, which I was like, wow, that's amazing. In reality, it was actually 42 minutes and 46 seconds because of all of my breaks that I ended up taking. So I just realized, I'm actually going to base my 5K time off of the 42 minutes, 46 seconds, because I'm setting the bar too high for myself, where I actually end up, when I start doing my actual 5K, I want to see where I go from the run stop 5K that I had to what do I actually land with 5K when I actually do try to go all out. And hopefully with another month of training, I'm able to decrease that more. But I just, I don't want to lie to myself. That's the biggest thing. I don't want to cheat myself and say, oh yeah, I did an amazing time in 37 minutes, which is probably the second fastest I've ever run in my life. That's not true, because I did run, pause. So I'm going to ignore that 37-minute one. I'm just going to go based off the 42-minute one. That's the more accurate depiction of where I am in my fitness journey. And so that's kind of what I meant by I try to cheat it, because I was like, oh yeah, I'm just going to try to get the fastest time possible. And then after I did it, completed it, I was just like, that's not realistic. No, that's not really how I performed that day. There were 2 factors that affected me a lot. And I think the next time I do a 5K, I will definitely tune this in more. Well, one of them is kind of uncontrollable. The other one is more on my end. First one was, it was so hot. So I had just taken my daughter to her Taekwondo class, and then we came back from that, and it was around, I think, 11 a.m. in California. It was already like 80 degrees outside, and I am running. And so it was just so hot. From the beginning, I was like, this is way too hot to be running in. I'm usually running in around 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. every morning. And around then it's about 60 degrees, 65 degrees, which is perfect for me. I do feel like I get a better workout. I'm not, burning up like crazy. So that in itself was already a bad idea on my end. To kind of continue with that, the reason why I stayed with it was because I just wanted to get my 5K. I just really felt like I needed to get it done because I want to start my 10K plan on Monday. So I just want to finish it, get it done, and get it over with. So that way I can continue my next phase instead of just pushing it off until when it's the right conditions, because I will never have the right conditions, right? The second thing was I was very dehydrated. I think about halfway through, I just felt my entire mouth was just like, and I was just so dehydrated. I could not feel some of my walking. I don't know if it's because, again, I was pushing the pace, and as you should on a 5K race, you should push the pace. But I think in the combination of the heat along with me pushing the pace, I just got dehydrated super fast. So what I need to do next time for sure is hydrate myself. And before this one, I did take one of those liquid IV things. I took half, which I normally do because, again, I'm not an elite runner. I don't need all that electrolytes. But I think the next time I do a 5K, I will make sure that I take the full, little, whatever it's called, packet of it, and just hydrate myself a lot more before my run, because that was, I think, what bothered me the most. It wasn't even the heat that was annoying to me. It was because it was the fact that I was so dehydrated halfway through my workout that I just wanted it to end. And as I noticed towards the end of my run, I started getting even slower and slower, because I was just like, oh my God, I really need a drink of water. I don't want to stop. I want to keep going. I want to just finish this and then go home and just chug some water. But that was the biggest thing. I even wrote it in my notes on my Runner app that I was dehydrated and it was very hot. Never again. So for sure, again, I can't control the weather, as much as I would want to, but I definitely can control my hydration levels. So that's what I'll be working on going forward, and making sure I'm properly hydrated, especially when I know I'm pushing the pace. Maybe during my interval days, I will be doing that, just so that way I can practice what it looks like, or how much hydration I really need. Because I have noticed that as it does get hot, of course, I do tend to dehydrate a lot faster. End of the day, it was just great to be done with the 5K. I think it was just, my 6 weeks was amazing. I really feel more comfortable now running consistently. Before, when I started, could barely make about half a mile before I had to stop and take a breath. I think the zone 2 training that I've been doing over the last couple weeks has been significantly helping, because, again, I do notice I'm able to run a lot longer and my heart rate isn't going crazy. So I'm just going to continue to stick with it. I really do enjoy running a lot more now than I did when I first started, which is amazing, to the point where I feel like, and I don't know, I started it as a meme on social media, to the point where I feel like I'm sometimes obsessed with it. So I am just watching nonstop reels and TikToks of people running, setting their marathon pace, tips on running, best shoes. God forbid I have so many running shoes already. I'm barely a month and a half into my training, and I already have 3 pairs of shoes, which most people say, just get a good pair, run for that for a while, especially when you're a beginner. But I just couldn't help myself. I was like, I need a daily trainer. I need something that can push the pace. And I need something for my easy runs. And I was just going crazy in a good way, because it motivated me to go out and run. When I finish a run, I'm like, okay, I have 2 more days and then I get to run again. And I don't know when I ever felt that way, where I was like, I get to work out. I haven't felt that feeling in a very long time. It's a lot of fun. I think that's something that I'm very surprised by, because everything that I even talk about now is about running. And I'm trying to make my entire journey, and even this YouTube channel thing, I'm trying to make it very low key. I didn't even tell my wife until this weekend that I'm actually posting videos about this stuff. I just want it to be a very organic growth. I just wanted to have a vlog or a diary of my journey, where I can later on reflect on how I did, and just see what my progress looked like from when I started to where I am now. And it's been a lot of fun. So I just can't wait. I'm going to continue going with it. I just set up my personalized 10K plan for about 8 weeks out on Runner. And it's going to be, looks fun, because it's giving me specific paces that I need to be running at. Before, it would just tell me, run at a 0.6 miles for conversational pace. And I would do that, but then I wouldn't know where I need to land. And sometimes I go into the zone 3, zone 4, because I'm just trying to get comfortable. Whereas this one is just saying, go at 14:30 or 14-minute mile. Don't go more than that, and I'll give you a reminder. I like that a lot more. I think it just kind of keeps me conscious and saying, hey, okay, you're running too fast, back off a little bit, or you're running too slow, speed up a little bit. I like that idea better than just kind of letting me decide how my heart rate should go. So I'm excited for my 10K. I'm expected to be done end of December with my 10K plan. And then I'm hoping to have my official 10K sometime in mid-January. I think the biggest dilemma, maybe you guys can give me some advice in the comments. Biggest dilemma I have is when should I plan out my marathon? So I have two options. Again, I want to get this done before I'm 40. There is a marathon happening in May of next year, end of May next year. And I'm not sure if 2 months between a 10K to half marathon. So if I run a half marathon in March, for example, and then 2 months after that, do a marathon in May, if that's a reasonable amount of time to prepare for that kind of length. Or what I'm thinking is, should I do a half marathon in May and then do my full in August? Because there is one in August that is coming up early in August, I believe, which is perfect because it's right before my birthday. I'm just not sure because my gut says let's just go for it. Let's try to get the half marathon done in March and then do the full in May, and we're 3 months ahead. But then at the same time, I don't want to injure myself. So that's kind of why I'm like hesitant to really push or be aggressive with my my training plan, because I know if I push too hard and if I just do 8 weeks in between, I may end up injuring myself, and I don't want that. I want this to be as long as I can and try to be as injury free as I can. I'm hesitant, but I'm leaning towards doing my half marathon in May and then do a full in August, which still is about a 3-month turnaround, which hopefully should prepare me for it. But let me know what you guys think, because that's kind of where I land. I mean, and somebody who's done, if you guys done something similar in the past, let me know if this makes sense. Should I really be aggressive and try to do it, or should I kind of back off a little bit and give myself proper length? Last but not least, I just want to thank the community. I know I posted my last one, and it was so cool to see just a lot of you guys commenting on just, kind of giving me the encouragement to say, hey, keep going. It's frustrating. I know Zone 2 is frustrating. That's my old video was all about, was just how frustrating Zone 2 can be. And I just love seeing all the comments that you guys are just saying that it's a part of it. It is frustrating. And some of you are also, I think there was actually a comment that said that somebody's on the same journey as me, which is also amazing. And I appreciate that a lot, because that's something that I really needed, because there was so many times I was just like, am I not a good runner where I just can't get Zone 2 right? But a lot of you guys are saying that it's part of it. Just keep going. Just keep maintaining the pace you need. It will eventually happen. And, obviously I know lowering my weight is going to significantly help. I'm already kind of on my path there. I noticed that I've been a lot more keen on my nutrition the last 2 weeks. Before I was just like, oh, I'm running, I'm lifting every single day, I should just eat whatever I want. Now I'm much more keen on what I'm eating, to the point where like we were going to have dinner a couple of nights ago, and there was like pizza and chicken. I was just like, pizza and chicken wings. And I was like, I just don't want that. Like, it just doesn't sound appetizing to me anymore. I want something like more, fruits or vegetables or lean meat. So it was kind of cool, this idea or mindset where I'm just like, because again, I am so obsessed with running now, to the point where like even my nutrition, I'm like, is this what I eat? Is it going to help me with my run, or is it going to make me worse? And so I'm just like, well, it's not going to help me with my run, so I should not eat this stuff. So I guess this obsession is a good thing too. But I just appreciated you guys so much. Again, just seeing all the comments. I don't expect this series to be like, a big thing, but I love seeing you guys comment on these. It's good that the community is so involved and everyone's so encouraging. That's the best thing about this, as well as just seeing, even when I'm running, I see other runners, everyone's just like, hey, hello, everyone's just waving to each other. It's so cool. It's like the holidays where everyone's so nice to each other, but that's like 24/7. All the runners are so super nice, super supportive. It just, they give me a thumbs up or just keep going, and right back at them. But it's been a lot of fun. Can't wait to keep going. I do start my 10K 8-week plan next week, which will be so much more fun. I can already tell I can't wait to run those longer distances. I think I maxed out around 2 miles straight before I have to stop, but I can't wait to just continue to build from there and work on my diet and my nutrition, and just keep going. But thank you guys again. This has been so amazing. I'm going to continue to do this on a weekly basis. Hopefully I'm going to spend some more time editing some of these and probably take proper B-rolls, because I do want to make a whole series out of this. I just love seeing everyone so involved in each other's journeys, and it's so cool to see. So I will see you guys next week. It'll be end of my first week of my 10K plan. I'll report back, see how everything's going, and I will see you guys then. Thank you.
they do not understand it. Cause I've been sharpening my blade, I'm here to